Hello everybody and welcome to a very different video than I normally do. One of my favorite video games as of late, Dead by Daylight, has released a new DLC called the Saw chapter. Not only am I a big fan of the Saw movie franchise, but I've really enjoyed playing this new killer, Amanda Young, aka the Pig. However, she is a very different killer than others that have been released, and there seems to be a lot of confusion online in regards to how some of her abilities work. So, I decided to get together with Zerdath and Spike to test and confirm the abilities around the Pig. I'm not going to go into super detail on the basics, but more confirm or clarify how she operates. So without further ado, let's dig into the first aspect of her abilities, which is stealth. When the Pig goes into stealth, she crouches to the ground and her movement speed is very slightly reduced. Unlike the Wraith, her terror radius bleeds away instead of outright dropping off, and there is no audio cue. However, if she charges her lunge or comes out of stealth, you do get the standard audio cue if you're inside her terror radius that sounds like... While in stealth, instead of a normal attack, she can make a lunge attack. I think of the lunge attack as a basic attack with sprint burst. Again, the survivors get an audio cue if they are in your standard terror radius at the start of the charging time of your lunge. However, your terror radius does not return until your charge timer is full. While lunging, you are susceptible to all standard detractors that a normal attack or movement would be, namely pallets. But also, just like other standard attacks, it all depends on the timing of the attack and the pallet drop if you connect with the survivor or not. And as you can see, we tested out the range on the lunge and it's pretty far. Using the new map, here are some points of reference for how far exactly the Pig can travel. For those really dissecting the range, we are using the same points of references for both the survivor and the killer perspective. I just thought it may be helpful to see the lunge range and speed from both angles. A quick two other points of note worth mentioning: that unlike the Hillbilly or Leatherface, the lunge continues even if you bump into an object. And also, this next point may be a bug or intended, I honestly don't know, but if you are not moving forward when the lunge charge time is complete, the lunge is much slower and doesn't cover as much ground. Onto the toy that defines Amanda in the Saw movies, the reverse bear trap. When a survivor is in the dying state, you may use your secondary action to place a trap on their head. Upon placing the trap, nothing changes other than there's a little bit of clanking when they move, nothing too noticeable from the killer's perspective. Although note that the player's icon does change in the bottom left-hand corner. When a generator is complete, that is when the trap activates. When a trap is active, the timer icon on the player's icon goes from white to red. The killer can only see if the timer is moving or not, while the survivors can see the actual countdown of the timer. The timer has a countdown of 2 minutes and 30 seconds without use of add-ons or any other perks. The timer does stop after a few seconds if you are in the killer's terror radius, but will start again after a few seconds if you leave the terror radius. The timer will also stop when you are in a chase. The timer is active when the icon in the lower left-hand corner is red, and it is not active when the icon is white. Another note when the timer is not active is when you're on a hook or in dying state. The timer will stop automatically. If you are on a hook when a generator is complete, the trap still activates, but the timer will not start until you are off the hook. Or, well, of course, sacrificed. Getting the trap off is possible. A survivor can run to the jigsaw puzzles outlined in white around the map. Similar to a generator, a survivor with a trap on their head can activate the puzzles to start looking for a key. Standard skill checks will come up. If you fail a check, you will be penalized in time on your trap. If you fail too many, the action on the puzzle stops with a big penalization to your timer. There is only one puzzle box that holds the key to your trap, so even if you complete the action, you may not get the trap off. You will need to find another puzzle box until you find the right one, then the trap will be removed upon completion of the puzzle. If the timer runs out, it's game over for you. The trap triggers and you are immediately killed. How many times you've been hooked or not hooked at all, it doesn't matter, you will always die in this case. On top of that, you will be immediately killed if you approach the exit, even if the trap was not active. Being in healthy, wounded, or dying state does not matter in this case. Too close to the exit gate, boom, bye-bye head. However, the hatch does not trigger the trap, so if you can get out that way, you're in the clear. Well, that's all I have for you on the abilities of the Pig. I also took the time to record the Mori of the Pig from the killer's perspective, survivor's perspective, and a third-party perspective. Hope you enjoy.